In this episode, we're heading back to Eternia with He-Man. Stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes. My name's Rob, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the new Masters of the Universe He-Man figure. New for 20, as it says. Looks a lot different. I see it has a ton more articulation, and I'm excited to check them out. I have to be honest, after all of the problems I've had obtaining any and all G.I. Joe figures recently, I kind of gave up on the whole retro collecting of these new toys. But it seems that either Mattel knows what they're doing more than Hasbro, or there's not as big a demand for Masters of the Universe as there is for G.I. Joe, but these seem to be a lot more readily available. So I thought, let's take the plunge and let's see where we can go with this collection. So, without further ado, let's take a look at He-Man. Okay, folks, here we go. He-Man. Modern posing retro play. As you can see, all the articulation in here. I'm very impressed with that. Let's look at the new card back here. Very new style. I would have loved to see the original artwork and packaging like this. I wish that the sword still extended from the mold from the original, but we'll see what it looks like when we take it out of the package. Okay, he has fit power sword in the hand, twist into powerful battle positions. And coming up, we have He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Skeletor, Evil Lyn, and Beast-Man. Ooh, I'd really like to get that Beast-Man. He's one of my favorites. I wish they had Merman in the first wave as well. But it's pretty cool that they had... I mean, of course, Teela was part of the first wave initially back in the day, but Evil Lyn came later, so that's cool that they have her now. Anyway, let's pop this open. You know, I can still remember the day vividly when I got my first He-Man action figure. I didn't know what it was. I just saw it and I was enthralled by it. Oh, we got a mini comic. New art style, but I love the muted colors like the original. That's kind of neat. We'll take a look at that later. But I believe it was a J.C. Penney. I mean, back in the day, department stores would actually have toys in them. And I was out shopping with my aunt, and she got it for me. And I think more than anything, I thought that the battle axe was more awesome than the sword, because I thought it was weird how the sword had this little disc thing on it. Apparently I need scissors. Okay, got scissors real quick. Sorry about that. His hair mold is completely different. I mean, the whole thing is completely different. Oh, sorry if you see all this cat hair here. First off, I can see that you can take his bandolier off. That's kind of neat. So before we get into the accessories, let's just take a look at the figure here. Ooh, wrist articulation. Elbows, very stiff at the moment. Oh, there we go. Loosen it up a little bit. This side. Nice. Now wait a minute.
Twist into powerful battle positions. Oh, I misread that. I thought it meant that he had the old school spring action. Whacking, whacking. Sorry, I was off camera there. Let me do that again. Whacking, whacking, whacking. Knees move pretty good. That's interesting how they had the kneecaps hide the joint. But all in all, pretty nice. Ooh, look at that. Back in the day, that would have popped the arms right off. How many of you actually would pop the arms off and then switch around with different characters? I always like that. I like doing that with G.I. Joe too. So let's take a look at his accessories. I mean, this might be a pretty short episode because I think this is pretty straightforward. I'm very happy with it so far. I wish his axe was the original gray color. But other than that, very nice. And his shield, it's not the paper inset like it used to be. Oh, that fits pretty good. Oh, it still fits with Skeletors, I guess. But instead of like a half disc, it's these little baubles there. It's very light. It feels cheap. And go with this battle axe. Slides in a lot better than the original, but it has the same thumb and grooved hand as the original. I think that's kind of neat. So let's try to pose this a little bit. Let me just flip the camera around here. There, excuse me while I play with the camera. Oh, and his feet have, well, it still has, here we go, see his ankles move, shin rotation. That's pretty cool. So let's try to pose him. I'm going to get his arm how I think it should be first before we start playing with the shield. I think that looks pretty cool. Now let's check his size to... this is the only one I have sitting here of the original figure. It's close. It's not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Now, just for an idea, let's check it out to a Savage Worlds figure from Funko. Yeah. Ah. Fatality. Wrong game, but still works. So they're about the same size. That's cool. So he's kind of on the same scale, which is nice. I'm a fan. I like it. And it's just something to actually go to the store with something in mind and coming home with it, unlike the G.I. Joe figures. Really nice sculpting. And just enough of the original design with just enough of new design. Very cool. Well, anyway, back to me.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I hope you enjoyed that look at He-Man. I mean, I think we're on to very big things here. I mean, with the announcement that they're releasing Castle Grayskull for a very affordable price, I'm pretty excited. And I hope that one day I'll be able to get my hands on one of those, because it's probably a lot cheaper than I'll get the original one for, and it looks pretty close to accurate to the original one. But anyway, I hope you liked that episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. If you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So, thanks for watching, keep being rad, and stay dorky.